Hello, this is John Bullard, and the product I want to talk to you about is our Pedigo Infusion pump stand. What we found is that most hospitals are still using a standard IV pole, which was designed for gravity IVs. In today's world, probably 90% of the patients that are getting fluids are getting it through a pump, and sometimes that can be multiple pumps. The investment that a hospital has in pumps is anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000, and like I mentioned, sometimes patients are on multiple pumps. When you put those on an old-fashioned IV pole, you're putting your investment in the pump very much at risk. They're just not stable enough to stay up. There's a chance of them getting knocked over, which is certainly a hazard to the patient, and it's also a huge hazard to the pump. So what we have with our infusion pump stand is a stand that's designed to work in the environment of hospitals today. It's designed to hold pumps, not take up a tremendous amount of space. And I'll kind of go through it here. If you start at the base is powder coated. In other words, the paint is electrically charged, or the base is, and it's bonded to the metal. So it's not going to chip or crack. The bases on IV poles take a real beating from mops that are splashing muddy water on them every evening or whatever. This one cleans and it's not going to rust, which is the big factor. So that is a huge deal in today's world. The other thing, the way it's designed is, if you can look in the picture here, is that the casters are a little larger than you'll see on a traditional IV pole. That helps in transitions. Sometimes in hospitals where you're going from one wing to another, there's a little metal plate across the floor that you have to go across, or coming in or out of an elevator also. There's a transition with a little bump there, so it's not going to tip over nearly as easily as a traditional IV pole. The other thing is, if you'll look, is we sort of have a waterfall effect where the base of the pole is actually on the same level as the axle on the caster. This dramatically lowers the center of gravity, which here again makes the pole much more stable without making the base wider. I think it's 23 inches across. Typically, where these are really used a lot is in the intensive care units, critical care areas, where space is very much a premium. There are small rooms, and there's always lots of equipment, ventilators, hampers, other things in there. So floor space is just a huge premium. So it's not a big footprint, but it's very stable. The other thing is, we kind of work up as you go up the pole. The pole is stainless steel. Where the pole telescopes at the top, we've added a brass bushing. I don't know of anyone else that does this. It's a very small, low-tech thing. But if you have two metals, like metals, they're going to scrape each other and they're going to be hard to move. By adding a brass bushing in there, you'll see that pole telescopes up and down very easily for years and years and years. At the top, we've got 6 ram horns, hooks. Another small low-tech feature that we've got that is really nice is, if you've got this in a high position and you maybe have 4 or 5 bags on it, if the nurse needs to loosen it to bring it down lower, maybe where she can reach it to change a bag out, or she's going under a door jam or anything like that. Most of the others, if you don't hold it and lower it down by your hand, it's going to come crashing down. With ours, we actually weld up the bottom except for a small wee pole. So it operates just like a shock absorber. It has to push that air out before it can come down, so it almost floats down. It's a small thing, but it's just a really, really nice safety feature. I've got hospitals that are IDNs that will not allow them to put pumps on any other stand but this one. They found it protects their investment. It's very durable, and it's safer for the patient and for the nurse or the caretaker using it. A couple other things we have too is we have a big group of accessories that you can add to the pole. We've got a hook which can hold a Foley bag or a chest drainage unit. We've got a loop. If you want to add more pumps, you actually can put a total of about 6 pumps when you add the loop to it. We've got a handle for ambulatory patients where they can have a handle to help push it down a hallway. We've got an oxygen tank holder. We've got a power strip, which is a very popular item. Here again, back to the ICU. If you've got 3 or 4 pumps running, you can plug them all into that power strip, and then you only have one power cable running across the wall to plug in for power. It makes it safer in that there's less chance of someone tripping over that power cable. When you've got 5 or 6 cords running across the floor, the opportunity for somebody to trip and bring the pole to the floor increase dramatically. We also have a series of baskets that different sizes you can add to it also. Anyway, it's one of our most popular products. It's products I love to take into my hospital and show. If you would like to see one in your hospital, please contact us at Pedigo. You can go to our website. That's www.pedigo-usa.com and leave us an email there. Here again, I know I'm in Texas, and I have 3 of these things, and they're always in people's hospitals. They're always very, very well received. It's an answer to a problem. So if you've got any questions, please give us a call. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.